as the story goes, when the Gretsch family sold the company to Baldwin in 1967, they really bought the company at its height of its popularity due to the Beatles in 1964 on the Ed Sullivan Show, and then it was in 1967 when the Baldwin Company took over.
Right.
And it was unfortunate after 1967. I always refer to the Gretsch Guitars as being Italian, it's like an old Italian spaghetti recipe. There's a certain element and components to the constructions of the guitars that make them very unique and special in comparison to the other guys out there.
Sure.
And there's a certain look and a vibe to it that obviously Brian Setzer had made a conscious decision to make the Gretsch guitar part of his image and part of his look and also part of his sound.
So when did he buy the Gretsch guitar?
So it was at the time that he started the Stray Cats band.
Sure.
I can't tell you exactly the date, but he bought his original Chet Atkins model for a real low price. And you know, the story goes, it might have been just a couple $100.
Sure.
Brought it home in pieces.
Yeah.
And by that time, the things got so bad with the Baldwin Company that they ended up selling all the tools and parts and the molds to make these fabulous guitars.
Wow.
They really were not in production by the late 70s,
So
early
Gretsch
80s.
was just not really known
it was
by then.
by that time. Well, of course, it was still known worldwide, but they weren't available. You couldn't go to your neighborhood store and find a brand new one.
Right.
And so, but still, Brian Setzer chose that instrument.
Sure.
And of course, as the Stray Cats became popular with all those great songs and that stylized look and the energy that those guys created, we at Gretsch acknowledged that Brian Setzer single-handedly reestablished and lit the fire again, if you will, of the interest of Gretsch guitars worldwide. And with that in mind, we pay tribute to Brian Setzer for his contribution of the legacy of the Gretsch guitar.
That's very cool. That's amazing. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I just want to I want to take some time to just look at these guitars, and I'm floored. I kind of want to grab one of these white Falcons, maybe sneak out the door, but I don't think they let me. They check your bags here at Namm.
I know, they're checking IDs too, so I say no.
I know. Well, thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the history. It's
You're
really
very
amazing.
welcome. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, you too.
The Musician Network. We take you there.